Hello world, I'm Eire with Saturn's Edge, and you're watching more Persona 3 Reload. Let's go over something for a minute. Today, luckily, is not a Tartarus episode. In fact, we're done with this place just for a little while. Instead, we're gonna focus on more social link stuff, and just other stuff that's just, you know, not Tartarus for a minute. Oh man, it's been so long since I've done anything involving social links, and people, and combat characteristics, and actually trying to talk to my party members, and healing up. Oh man. But yeah, okay, let's do a brief discussion here. Just a brief little, like, chat between, well, not technically between you and me, you can't talk back. But for me to you. This channel has been around for a while. In terms of creation, it's been around for a long time, okay? I've had this channel for a very long period of time, and I'm going to delve into a little bit of the history on it, specifically involving, like, something that I find kind of stupid, I guess. I actually used this channel a long time ago. I used it for one specific thing. I had a couple of school projects that required me to either make a video, or, like, I could have made a video for something, and that's what I did. So, that's the reason why his channel is dated so far back. But let's talk about Saturn's Edge. Let's talk about this era of the channel. So, all that stuff, that was pre-renaming, pre-rebranding, pre-gameplay. It was pre-everything, really. It was during a time when I was, like, a student, basically, and not doing anything with this channel because I didn't know anything. And on top of that, I was always busy or depressed or something like that. Well, let's talk about recently. Saturn's Edge and, like, exactly where it got started and how it got started. Specifically, we're going to talk about the exact date I posted my very first video. My very first video of the Saturn's Edge era. Of all of this, right? Very first video was the very first episode of Persona 3 Reload that I ever did. And I think that's just worth pointing out. We have gone a whole year, over a year now, actually, because I'm posting this on the 9th, and it came out back on the 5th of February in 2024. It has been one whole year since I made the first episode posted, the second episode got posted, and the third episode got posted. One whole year, 365 days for the first 3 episodes. I want to celebrate and say, I'm glad I've made it a whole year and tried to keep up and try to actually keep making stuff for this channel. I really enjoy the work that I've put in, I really enjoy the videos I've made. Even the ones that I don't think are good, even the artwork that I made that I don't think is good, even if some of my stuff is outdated, like not using a proper thumbnail, even if, like, some of my titles of the videos kinda suck. They're not good jokes, or they just suck, right? Even all of that, I genuinely enjoyed genuinely enjoyed every step of the process. Every little piece of this, over the course of a full year, I enjoyed. Now, a long time ago, I stated that the original reason for this YouTube channel was so I can make some, episodes of, like, gameplay so I could show them off to my sister, right? Something that's, like, kind of very small in the scope of things. But over time, it's developed, and it's just become more of the fact that I like doing this. It takes off a lot of stress for me. It allows me to talk and just get everything out. Like that, not that I don't keep in, but more so, it gets out all the stuff that's just kind of like lying there, you know? Stuff that isn't important, stuff that's not anything. It just allows me to express myself and really just talk. And on top of that, I've really enjoyed, like, the whole YouTube, like, you know, making these videos. The editing isn't great, but anytime I've, like, done, like, some advanced editing, so, like, the Lethal Company video, I actually had to do a lot of editing to, like, work around the various bugs in the recording. And it was really fun to do that. It was stressful at times, but it was really fun. Editing stuff out, putting stuff in, like, little clips and whatnot. It's all been great. I have really enjoyed this entire year of just making stuff, of just making videos, of recording, of posting, editing, doing and planning. I love it. Now, I don't know what I'll do to celebrate 1 year of Saturn's Edge. I have no idea what I'm going to do for that. I will certainly find something to celebrate for it, but I think it's best if we just save that just for another time, just a little bit further in the future when I can just safely say, like, yeah, it's definitely been a year and I've definitely made what it's worth, right? 1 year has gone by and I have made over 50 episodes of Persona 3 Reload. 50 episodes! Some of the first ones were like an hour long. Some of them have been 40 minutes long. Some of them have been 30, right? A variety of different times, all kind of, like, important and put there, right? All scheduled, properly put in the playlist, organized, with actually, like, I do think that some of the titles are pretty funny. I love them. I love them a lot. I like doing puns with it. I like doing, like, little things for them, you know. But yeah, it's worth talking about, you know?
What'll it be?
And if we're talking about everything I've done, in the last, I don't know. Yeah, in the last year, how do I search for this here? It doesn't tell me how many videos I've done. Hold on. Let me go to actual YouTube and find my own channel. There we go. In the past year, I have made 83 videos. 83. 83 videos in a year is, I'm gonna be honest, that's not a great number. I could have certainly done more. If you really think about it, it is less than a third of, well, actually, hold on, let's see.
It's all yours.
Well, it's definitely more than a seventh, but out of 365 days, technically 366 because it was 2024,
What are you looking for?
but out of that time, right, I didn't reach 100 videos. But it's still good for me, because I feel like starting out, especially because I was starting out, because I was learning stuff along the way, and I had to deal with my own, like, little, like, emotional, like, you know, like, dips, and my highs and lows, and all that stuff. I feel like I did pretty good, and I don't have to, like, you know, I don't have to force myself so hard on being, like, I don't have to push it so hard on doing more. I feel like that kind of beats the whole purpose of what I had going on, because I feel like what I had going on was actually pretty solid. I was doing, like, what was... I was doing what I liked. I was doing it at a correct pace. I wasn't pushing myself too hard. I was allowing myself just enough room to, like, make stuff and really feel happy with it. I don't know. That's stuff that I just like talking about. And I wanted to get out of the way before we get into, like, more of what this episode is about. And more stuff that just happens in general.
Everything stocked here is through my personal connections.
I mean, there's a lot going on here. Maybe not so much right now, but, like, as the video progresses. Right now, I'm just doing my shopping because I had an absolutely ungodly amount of money. And I wanted to do some shopping and get some stuff for the whole crew and see what I could gather together. I wanted to give them all the good stuff. Like, literally all of it. There we go. But yeah, like, 1 year of Saturn's Edge. I'm happy. I'm happy with what I've done, and I'm happy to see where I'm gonna end up next. It has been a really fun time to just do this, you know? And I'm glad that people have stuck around with me, or have watched my videos even once or twice, right? Even watching just a few seconds. Doing anything, that just makes me happy, thank you. It means a lot to even click on the video, or to even have autoplay just recommend the video. Or show up in someone's feed. It really does mean a lot, because it proves that, like, maybe I'm getting something right here. Maybe I'm, like, on the right path. I don't know, it's just stuff that I think about sometimes. Ah, man. I'm sorry that there's also been a massive gap between this video and the last few videos, the 2-week gap that I took there, I was just dragging my feet on this one because I just didn't feel like doing it. Ah, man. I'll get over being lazy one day, I promise. But yeah, I was really dragging my feet on it, and it wasn't that great.
Which one? You've come at a good time. There are some new items you can create.
See. But yeah, it's worth talking about to me to have these like discussions like during the video or before like we get into the really big stuff, right? I like talking about this sort of stuff because I don't know, I just like talking about it, you know?
Here, it's all yours.
It's just something that...
What would you like?
It's something that I can say that doesn't just fill in a void, but also, like, provides more context as to, like, what's been going on behind the scenes. And, like, more so into, like, maybe less of the statistics, but more of the, what is it? Like, the inner workings. Like, on what happens on my half of the thing, what it happens, like, on the other end of the screen.
What would you like?
So you get kind of, like, an idea of what's going on. I did want to take this first, like, half of the episode, I'd say. I did want to just do some shopping and crafting.
What will it be?
Because I needed more weapons and armor and, you know, even accessories, and especially shoes. Shoes is something we were really lacking for a while. I needed all of those because I want to upgrade my party members' equipment and really, like, get up there with it and really work at it. Also, with the crafting, rather than buying straight up, with the crafting, I get to actually check out some, like, really cool stuff that I don't normally check out and have access to. Stuff like this in the crafting section is very specific for what it is, because you need certain materials, and you need, like, you need your base, you need your equipment, and you need to check, like, stats between them and what they do, and, like, all this other stuff, right?
What will it be?
It's very specific, but I like checking through it because it's kind of fun. I get to really figure out, like, what new equipment can I get from this specific shop that is just better than anything else I can get. For example, Aegis's new armor, way better! So much better than what I got at the shop, and I could just sell it back. Sure, it means I technically wasted money, but it also means that, like, I have something better compared to what I could get normally. And it helps reinforce this idea, in me especially, to go back to that specific shop, the antique shop, and actually craft my stuff and trade in and get the right materials. It's stuff like that is important too. And that's why we're gonna finally get to the second half of this episode, which is more of the daily life stuff, rather than just, you know, buying all the stuff from the store. Daily life stuff. So we're gonna work on combat characteristics. So one of the ones I worked on throughout this video and the next video is actually Mitsuru's. I didn't have a specific reason to work on hers first at all. I really didn't. Sure, I got Junpei's as my first one, but in terms of like Mitsuru and like filling out both sets of events to get like the best combat characteristic for her, or the upgraded version of the original, or whatever, right? I didn't have a reason to go with her, because I'm gonna be honest, I don't like using her in combat that much. I think she's alright, she's not bad, definitely not bad, not at all. It's just, I guess when it comes to my specific team setup, I've always liked having, like, you know, obviously protagonists, but I also like having Yukari and Junpei on the team, as both, like, actually have pretty good coverage, in my opinion, for what they do. And with the inclusion of Aegis, I really wanted to show off Aegis in the last, like, what, 4 or 5 videos? To really show off what Aegis can actually do, and see how she stacks up to the rest of the other characters. I think Mitsuru, much like Akihiko, like, are characters I wouldn't normally put on the team, because I'm not as invested in them, or having them in combat. But Also, as I'm talking right now, and as I'm, like, kind of figuring out character builds, as I'm, like, recording videos and whatnot, I am probably going to start putting them on the team again. Because having teammates I can cycle through and really swap out and, you know, level up and train, and actually learn how their build works instead of just, like, denying them entirely, that's just better. I should really be swapping them out consistently. But yeah. We've got 10 days until the full moon operation. Hi, Junpei. Let's see, so who were the people that got the, I think it was Mitsuru, and then there's Aigis. I didn't do Aigis' combat characteristic yet, but I know I have to, and I know I should. I should do all of them. I'm going to do all of them. I'm going to try to, at least. It's a little bit difficult, difficult. It's a little bit difficult, because I worry that, like, I don't have enough time for my social stats to, like, get all the way up, because I want to try and max those out first, or at least get as close as I can with those ones. It's why I was, like, so hard on maxing out certain stats as fast as possible, like the social stats. Especially with, like, the Guts one, or Courage, and with the Charm, and then also the Intellect one, the Knowledge. That one I really had to work for, because I wanted to get first on one of those final exams, so I could get an achievement done. I was really working toward that one.
Temperature control is key.
But yeah, back to like Mitsuru's like little hangout events here, little I forgot what they're called. But like this free time that we spend with them, I really actually enjoyed the free time I spent with Mitsuru, and she's not really like a favorite character of mine. I think she's pretty good, but she's nothing like I would write. She's nothing. She's not exactly a character I haven't like properly grown to be a fan of. Like, with Junpei, it was very quick to be a fan of him. With Yukari, maybe it took a little bit more time. With Akihiko and Mitsuru, it's taking a while. But I also know that, like, if it takes a while, it's still probably good. So I just wanted to keep up with it, and really get a chance to explore these two characters, especially.
And that's finally led to our success.
And so that's why this episode and next episode are kind of focused on Mitsuru and her little free time events here.
Hearing you say that makes me glad to have shared it.
Also, I do like the cooking stuff. It just gets me like free cool items that I actually like.
To host formal dinners and tea parties, but I never considered it particularly admirable to have someone else prepare the extravagant dishes. Doing the cooking myself also allows me to talk with you like this. And isn't that sort of familiarity the key to understanding each other better?
I guess so, yeah. I think so.
I think this might have been what I was missing. Instead of complaining about being difficult to approach, I needed to create an opportunity for change.
I think that's how it is with most things. I suffer from that problem sometimes as well. I'm pretty sure it's a very realistic thing. But yeah, personality. Here's a combat characteristic. Raise the critical rate on foes with ailments with Mitsuru in battle. So, if a foe has an ailment, and Mitsuru is in the battle, now the crit rate goes up. That's really good. Even if it's a small boost for right now, it's still really good, and it actually, like, wanted me to put her on the team next time I go to Tartarus. I'm pretty sure the next time I go to Tartarus is going to be in my next recording session. Not my next video, but my next recording session, when I do the full, batch.
This could be a good chance to make some for the others.
Pretty sure I'm gonna put her on the team. I should. That's the right thing to do. And let's see. Yep, another day passes by. So you're going to notice over the course of the days, all of our mornings are automatically taken up by track practice. This was mentioned a while back. I don't know. I actually forgot about it until it started popping up. I was like, oh yeah, there was going to be track practice. There's going to be an event that happens. It took a while for it to set in that, like, oh, that's right, I have to do this. So it automatically takes up your morning. But it leaves you the evening. It does make time quicker, because technically you're on summer break and you're not doing anything, like, too important during the school day. I guess the problem with it is it doesn't do anything regarding stats, and it only just, like, serves to further the, like, the track team and your progress in time with them. To me, it's not as, like, it's not as big of a deal as other things. I do like talking to Ken Amada, who has been staying here for the summer break. It's kind of funny. Also, I'm pretty sure he's eating Pringles. Yeah, make sure we're prepared for the next full moon. I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I understand that, I guess.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, that incident. You know, how long have Shadows been around? That's a good question. Oh. Oh, it's you. You know, after so many episodes of Tartarus, you know what? I actually kinda missed you. Alright, Tanaka. Let's talk. I know I, like, sigh and, like, get really exhausted when I mention Tanaka. Truth is, I love him. It's just... It's really just, like, seeing anytime he talks, it's like, oh. It's a love-hate relationship.
Today, I'll tell you a funny
Okay,
story.
what's the funny story?
These days, even a grade schooler knows how to buy stocks online. How about you? Interested in stock
No,
trading?
not particularly, but maybe a little. I don't know.
That's the spirit. If you keep all your money in the bank, your modest gains will be offset by outrageous fees. Don't let the fear of bankruptcy dissuade you. It pays to be aggressive in the management of your assets.
Is this man really trying to convince
My
me to buy
company
stocks?
just went public on the stock exchange. Since our sales were skyrocketing, we decided to sell shares. And guess what? The number of shareholders skyrocketed too.
Okay.
And now listen, this is the funny part. The majority of our shareholders are also our customers.
It's not really a funny story. The story kind of sucks.
More of our products, so of course the stock will rise. Isn't that hysterical? You should learn to appreciate
Really not
the irony.
hysterical or ironic.
Thinking of offering you a job.
I don't know. It's so
Come
dumb.
up with some stories of your own.
Yeah, come up with stories of your own. Okay, maybe. I don't know. Tanaka... I hate him because he's scummy, but it's a part of the character, and I love it, because it's done so well. It's really done so well.
If you go back on your word, I'll find out where you live and ring the doorbell every night.
You see what I mean? Like, he's like the right amount of scummy. I actually enjoy it. It's really well done. But, what I was gonna say is, like, that's actually a real case, with the stocks and shareholders thing, especially involving companies. That's completely real. That is not something that's just made up in the thing of the game. A lot of the stuff that you see in the game, a lot of the facts, the questions, and all that stuff is actually, like, real history, a part of, like, real economics in some form, or whatever, right? With that, I think it's not, like, funny, but I think it's, like, actually pretty nice that the game has, like, you know, questions and, like, all these, like, cool, like, you know, the classroom answer section, right? Or, like, the food and the way it's done. They accurately describe these things. It's not done as, like, a complete joke. It's, like, just a normal fact you would see in your day-to-day life if you were actually a student like this. Like, I know for a fact I'd hear that at some point, like, in real life. Like, I know for a fact. It's honestly kind of, endearing how, like, how Persona is very set in, like, it's obviously, like, meant to be just like, oh, it's, you know, fantasy RPG, you know, so you're meant to be a high school student, and you do all these cool things, you know, and you're so cool and powerful, right? But they also have, like, all these, like, moments in really the entire course of the game, really, rather than, like, all the insane story, but, like, the actual just day-to-day life stuff. It's all set in reality, and I like that because it doesn't go overboard with it. It really doesn't. sure, I can see how some things are a bit overboard when it comes to the reality thing. Like, oh yeah, one of my dorm mates is a robot, you know? Or like, I don't know, like, I can enter a nightclub even though I don't have an ID for it. Like, stuff like that is, like, a bit outrageous, but also, again, this game actually does have its moments where it's set completely in reality, and I like it for doing that. It's enjoyable, it's very... I said it before, it's endearing. It's just endearing. I love it. Like these moments where you just go out somewhere and eat, right? Simple, not over the top, you just eat the food. That's it. I like that. Oh. The clock. Tartarus time. The clock. The dark hour. There we go. Wow, I cannot use words today.
Sorry to wake
Oh,
you
what
up.
happened?
I'm detecting a shadow. Please come to the 4th floor.
That's not
quickly.
good.
What's going on?
There's a shadow in the city. Yamagishi found it
Oh, no.
unexpectedly. What? But the moon isn't full yet.
Yeah, it's not full yet. Oh yeah, I was checking my phone just briefly for that time.
It seems to be just a regular shadow. But there usually isn't any normal shadow activity outside of Tartarus. It's near Naganaki Shrine. Akihiko was already in the area, so he went ahead. I'm sure he can handle it alone, but we should be ready just in case.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I don't exactly trust that idea, but you know.
Yes, this is Yamagishi.
I'm here. Sorry, but I think you guys better come quick.
No.
What's wrong? Are you in trouble?
No. The Shadow's been defeated. Or rather, it was already defeated when I got here.
What happened?
This little fella took a hit for me. I want to save him if we can.
Took a hit? Who's he talking about?
Don't ask me.
At any rate, let's move out.
I wonder what's happening. And wonder no longer.
Koro-chan!
Oh, Koromaru. Oh,
Are you okay, Koro-chan?
I love this dog.
You know this dog?
Yeah, we know this dog. I'm chill with this dog.
Everyone around here does. We've got to help him, quick!
First, we need to stop the bleeding.
Man, he's one tough fighter. He defeated that Shadow all by himself.
Wait, does that mean this dog's a persona user?
He says, this is a place of peace, so I protected it. There are flowers over there.
Those flowers... They must be for the priest who died in the accident here.
So he really was guarding this place.
Okay, hold on. Igus, don't tell me you can translate dog language too.
Canines do not have their own language. However, speech is not the only means of communication.
This fella really is a rare breed.
Wow.
Correct.
He's not the only one.
I've been silent here just to, you know, let the
Alright,
let the
let's
voice
report to the
acting take
chairman so
over
we
and,
can
just
conclude
let the
this mission.
characters talk for a bit because I just felt like
As for a vet,
I felt like me
midnight,
talking
but
wouldn't
I
bring
think I
anything
can
to the
arrange
table just
something.
for a minute there. However,
Good job, boy. You're one amazing dog.
yeah, he is. However, that's the end for this episode. And, hey, in the next episode we'll have more. So, with that being said, I'm Eire Armstrong with Saturn's Edge, and you've been watching Persona 3 Reload. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, any of those things. 1 year strong. And hey, I'll see you all around in the next video. See ya!